We left off last time by saying that when we came together again, we should discuss significance and also goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Which one would you like to take up first?
Shall we speak about goodness? And then perhaps we'll see if there's any significance to the whole thing.
Very well. What does it mean for something to be good?
Does it mean to have the quality of goodness?
I am a good person.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good table. That was a good song. Which means either that I judge these things to be good, or goodness is an attribute of the things themselves.
The latter seems rather unlikely to me. That goodness is an intrinsic quality of the table or the song. I'm not sure what that would even mean.
What would make it good?
Right.
We considered similar questions in connection to beauty.
Mm-hmm.
And we said, if when we observe without the observer, and there's an experience of beauty, beauty cannot be a property of objects, because observing without the observer, it is not necessary to identify objects. And also, observing without the observer, one is no longer making judgments in thought. So if we observe goodness without the observer, then goodness is not the product of thought, and also goodness is not a property of objects.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that goodness has a relationship to love, has a relationship to joy, has a relationship to compassion.
I see. And you're saying that because you're suggesting that joy, love, and compassion similarly aren't put together by thought?
Observing without the observer, they are there.
Mm.
Other possibilities are goodness is put together by thought.
Mm.
Goodness is a comparative judgment. Or goodness is a feature of the world that thought comes along and recognizes.
I see, like the first one being like good things, bad things. And the second one, you said, a feature of the world that thought comes and recognizes.
So still good things and bad things, but not because I think them to be good things and bad things.
I see. They're just good for some reason, and I see them as such.
If thought comes along and recognizes what is good and bad, what is that recognition based on?
Self.
Which means that goodness is still put together by thought. Goodness is a response of one's conditioning, one's memories, desire.
I see. I've been told what good is, so I know how to recognize it.
So-called intuition. I feel this to be a good thing.
I have some qualms about how the word intuition is used in the contemporary discussion, but perhaps for another time.
Intuition means something I feel very strongly to be the case without quite being able to explain why.
Right. I don't know why. This is how people use the word intuition.
Which may be merely the operation of desire, unconscious projection with extraordinary sense of reality.
The I don't know why adds nothing to its authenticity.
Merely indicates certain strong feeling without clarity about the cause or source of that feeling. So all intuition implies is a certain lack of understanding.
I see. Maybe like a rationalized feeling.
Which might be either correct or incorrect.
But I throw my hands up and say, well, it's my intuition.
Yes. So if goodness is recognized by thought,
it's also put together by thought.
Yeah, either in itself or in the world,
right.
It's still put together by thought. If goodness is put together by thought, goodness is put together by comparison. Comparison with what was found to be good before, with what I've been told was good.
Or what I've been told is not good.
And also, what I found to be not good before, and what I've been told is not good.
Sure.
So if good is put together by thought, it exists in comparative relationship to the bad.
I see.
Thought thinks the good is the opposite of the bad.
And it struggles against it. In order for there to be good in the world, we need to get rid of the bad. If there is bad in the world, there is no good.
The responsibility of good people is to fight bad people.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
To oppose the bad. Criminalize the bad.
I see.
Enact justice against the bad.
Fight the good fight.
So if the good is the opposite of the bad, there's conflict between the good and the bad. which means that what was once good might become bad, and what was bad might become good.
I see. Or good things might come from bad things, and bad things might come from good things. It's rather strange.
Good means, but bad ends. Or bad ends, but good means. Follow well-intentioned. I meant right. I only want what's best for you.
The other one seems more funny to me. Bad means, but good ends.
Yes, yes.
How did we get here? How did we arrive at good ends? With bad means.
Happy accident.
I see.
Stumbling into the correct solution.
Very well.
So if the good is put together by thought, what is good for me is bad for someone else.
I see.
Which means, actually, as a matter of fact, there's no such thing as good. It's merely opinion, prejudice,
It's comparative.
desire, all dependent on me, my evaluations, my goals, my interests.
No matter how good I think those things may be.
I think it's good because I find it to be good. I find it to be good because I think it's good.
What have we said?
So goodness can only take place, be encountered, be experienced, observing without the observer. Which is not in thought. The experience of goodness, that quality of goodness, which is not a property merely of good things, good people,
Good judgments.
but just that quality of goodness with its relationship to love, compassion, joy. Which means that the good is not the opposite of the bad. If the good is the opposite of the bad, it's part of the bad.
Right. By invoking that comparison, you're putting it into conflict.
Part of the same movement.
Right.
But actually, as a matter of fact, the good, not being the opposite of the bad, has no relationship to the bad. Goodness has no relationship to what is ugly, to what is evil. Goodness does not condemn. It doesn't justify. It doesn't compare. Goodness is not the ending of the bad. But in the ending of the bad, goodness is there.
I see. Ending the bad isn't what is good.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I see. But in the bad coming to an end, there is good.
The good and the bad operate in completely different fields.
Mm-hmm.
The operation of the bad is a denial of the good.
Mm-hmm.
So intelligence says, end the bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's sane, rational, logical. I don't want to live this way anymore.
So I don't.
Divisive, corrupt, petty, conditioned,
Mm-hmm.
jealous, anxious.
All of the bad.
Or at least not the good.
I see. Yes. Well, because maybe I don't know what that is. What is evil?
Yes. Is violence bad?
Much like how we took the question up of what is ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Very serious question.
I see. Had you asked,
If there's
is violence bad? Is
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If there is nothing it is like inherently to be good, is there anything that is inherently bad?
Mm-hmm.
Or badness only exists relatively?
The same way that one's initial impressions of good might have.
Mm-hmm.
In thought, based on what I've been taught or told, or what I've found.
Mm-hmm. If you act violently to me, and in reaction I act violently to you,
Mm-hmm.
that is bad.
Mm.
But if I act violently to you, and you act peacefully to me, in the peace there is an ending of the conflict of that violence.
Oh, I see. The acting peacefully to you makes no room for the violence or the conflict.
The peace ends the conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Peace is the ending of conflict.
Mm-hmm.
I can't merely go about perpetuating conflict saying I'm living in peace.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I see. Well, I asked my question, is bad put together by thought? And I think of the worst things that I've been told. These are the worst things possible. I think of the worst things that I find to be the most evil.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, well, I have this intuition. Surely these are evil. Surely these are the wrong things.
Mm-hmm.
I should call them bad. I should call them evil, I say. But then I should condemn those who do them.
Mhm.
or call them good,
Mhm.
or don't recognize them as bad.
Mhm.
But in this, I've created division,
Mhm.
created conflict.
Mhm. Murder, rape, corruption, genocide, war for the sake of profit.
Right? How is one to end these things
Mhm.
peacefully?
Mhm.
By furthering the conflict?
Mhm. Condemning it, saying it's bad, identifying it as evil in thought, and yet, actually, in my daily life, part of the same movement.
Mm-hmm.
Violent, corrupt.
Right? Maybe just without the intensity,
Mhm.
but the same movement.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Engaged in deception of self and other,
Right.
manipulating others
Right.
for my or their perceived benefit.
They have judged incorrectly, and so I judge them and say it is correct.
All of this is involved in our ordinary way of living,
Mm-hmm.
which has nothing whatsoever to do with the good.
No.
So we're saying, actually, our responsibility as human beings is to live a good life.
Mm-hmm.
A life with a sense of meaning, truth, beauty.
I say which is peaceful,
Mhm.
which brings an end to conflict.
Mhm. Love, its own responsibility, its own care.
What if I find no significance in any of this? I've heard all the things you say. They mean nothing to me. I don't know what you're saying. Well, this is like
Mhm.
this isn't an unreasonable response.
Well, perhaps not illogical.
It isn't an unpredictable response.
Okay. Maybe unreasonable.
Maybe unreasonable.
Yeah. Very
If
interesting question.
You've heard what we've said.
Yeah.
But I've heard what you said. Doesn't mean much to me.
Mhm.
I don't see the significance of any of it.
Mhm.
Doesn't apply to my life, I don't think.
Mhm. Mhm.
I would like to continue to live the way I have.
Mhm.
I have my own idea of what beauty is,
Mhm.
my own idea of what meaning is,
Mhm.
my own idea of what truth is.
Mhm.
I know what good is.
Mhm. And in that, I find certain form of significance.
Right, comfort. I enjoy it, perhaps from time to time.
Mhm. Pleasure.
What is the significance?
Mhm. So we must go into this question of significance.
How does it matter to me?
Mhm.
It doesn't matter at all.
Mhm. So, the way that we think of significance as relevance.
Mm-hmm. Meaning
And-
which is relevant to me.
Mhm.
Mhm.
We think of relevance as what we deem to be relevant based on what we've previously found to be relevant.
Yes.
Enjoyable, pleasant, pleasurable.
Yes. Significance to the observer.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Which is put together by thought, conditioned by the past,
Yes.
a movement of psychological time.
Also comparative. Insignificant things.
Mhm.
Meaningless things.
Mhm. Restrict the scope of significance to a modified form
Right, to
of
my
what I
life.
found significant before.
Right.
And so, in that repetition, dullness,
Mm-hmm.
boredom, restlessness, always seeking
Oh, I see. Boredom. Yes. Yes, yes. Restlessness. I don't know what to do with myself.
Always seeking out new pleasures
Yes.
or old pleasures. The new pleasures which exist in comparison to the old pleasures.
What do I do now?
Yeah. Always finding something to occupy one with.
All right.
Never to be still, never to be quiet.
Also, it seems like, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but it seems to come up with reference to a significance. In boredom, one might ask themselves, what is the most significant thing that I could do? So not merely comparing significant to insignificant, but like grading the significance.
I see.
More and more significant, more and more meaningful.
Yes, yes.
What's the most meaningful thing that I could do?
Yes, yes.
And that's what I want to do, not
Yes.
anything else.
Yes.
All of these things, less meaningful, less significant.
Better pleasures.
Right, right, right.
Subtler pleasures.
Right. Not merely like new or different, but more and more. Yeah.
Somehow elevated.
Right.
Intensified.
This, or we could put it with reference to goodness as well. This crime is worse than this one. This good is better than that one.
Yes. What is the most good thing I could do with my time?
Dear.
How do I optimally exercise my time?
Yes, yes.
Get up 4:30 in the morning.
Bathe in the sun for an hour. Oh.
Yes. 30 minutes set aside for meditation.
Ice bath.
All the rest of it.
Yes, yes. We're like building like...
But people are caught in this.
Yeah, well, this is what people do. It's like a real thing. Yeah. The best routine.
No longer drinking coffee, but supplementing in other ways.
Caffeine pills.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The mushrooms, apparently. Certain mushrooms.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I see.
Caffeinated effects. So I've been told.
Microdosing.
I haven't tried them. So significance, in this sense, is very shallow. Easily exhausted.
Yes, it able to become insignificant.
So observing this movement of so-called significance in thought, not merely as it relates to the so-called present moment, but in relationship to the whole passage of psychological continuity in time, that whole movement, with its boredom, anxiety, depression, pleasure, fear, all the rest of it, I see that so-called significance is insignificant. Actually, it has very little meaning. It's a rather trivial, sordid, secondhand.
Right. No matter how prolonged it may be, I see it ending. I see its ending right there.
Yep.
It's inevitable even.
I suffer. I escape from my suffering in one form of enjoyment,
Yes.
entertainment, sex, drugs, whatever it may be.
Yes.
Temporary pleasures of various kinds.
It's so insignificant, in fact, that I might have the power to end it now. So little.
Merely a movement of thought as time. So intelligence says, end it.
Which is quite significant.
Not that significance ends the insignificance.
Not that. But the ending of insignificance is significant.
So now we want to find out what is significance, not merely in the ending of insignificance, but what is significance? Significant means not significant for you, not significant for me.
Right. That it signifies, which might have its close relationship to meaning. But what is it that is signifying?
Significance means meaning beyond itself.
Right.
Significance means meaning beyond the experience of meaning. Significance means significance not only in the experience of significance, but, so to speak, the significance of that experience. The significance of the experience of significance, which means understanding. The significance of significance to consciousness.
I see.
The significance of significance.
That I had a significant experience. What in the world could that mean? That there is something significant. What is going on? Right. And does it orient my life somehow?
Orient my life, not merely temporally.
Right.
Not merely spatially, because observing significance, without the observer, we see that significance is not limited to time. Significance is not limited to space. And yet it has meaning beyond itself. It signifies something. Which is not merely exhaustively found in the experience. So, significance has significance to consciousness. Beyond consciousness, significance has significance to life.
Could you elaborate?
Consciousness has an experience of life. But what is experienced by consciousness as life is not life itself, but merely consciousness. Although consciousness is a part of life, consciousness is not exhaustive.
Of life. I see. And so significance has significance to life beyond consciousness. I see.
Because consciousness has a significance beyond itself.
The critical point there being that consciousness of experience of life is not life itself. However convinced it might be.
Might be of that fact. Yes.
Boy.
So to live a life that is not merely meaningful or good, but significant.
To signify something.
As an actual matter of fact.
Right. To live a meaningful life.
So we might now begin to inquire, what does this all mean? What is the significance of it all?
I see.
We've mentioned earlier an apparent progression in consciousness.
Hmm.
We said that observing without the observer, although consciousness has suspended the knowledge of the world, it still has necessary knowledge of itself.
Mhm.
Knowledge of its own life, its own being, and its own existence.
Mhm.
And we said that this knowledge has been formed in distinction.
Mm.
This knowledge has been formed prejudiced upon I don't know if I want to call it a belief or even a prejudice.
It seems more foundational
Natural.
than that. Yes, yes.
But in consciousness's development, early development, in order to relate itself to the world, in order to accumulate knowledge of the world, in order to accumulate knowledge of the nature of knowledge,
Mm.
which is necessary to have knowledge of meaning, to have knowledge of truth, to have knowledge of significance, right? Demands this capacity for abstraction. To notice the essential similarity between meaningful instances, and from there grasp meaning.
Mm.
So, in order to allow for this development, consciousness distinguishes itself from the world, and so gains knowledge of itself in terms of this distinction.
Mm.
But we've said when we're observing without the observer, this distinction is no longer relevant.
Mhm.
So consciousness is emptying itself out of its old experiences and knowledge of itself.
Right.
Its knowledge of itself based in distinction.
Mhm. Its own life, existence.
Being, private, personal,
Right.
idiosyncratic.
Localized.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But now consciousness is emptying itself out of its own center.
Mhm.
So consciousness is moving away from its own native condition, egoic condition, turned in upon itself, within itself. But now consciousness is orienting itself beyond itself, while remaining within its own limitations, by emptying out the content it has accumulated,
I see.
and so expanding, growing.
Mhm.
This emptying of its own egoic center must reach a point of termination. It must culminate.
I see.
And
There must be nothing left to empty out. Mhm.
consciousness can't have unlimited egoic center.
Unless it keeps collecting. Emptying out, collecting new.
Which means not observing without the observer.
Right. Merely establishing a new observer.
Mhm.
Maybe getting rid of that old one and then a new one again. Right.
Continuing its mode of psychological continuity.
Right. Having an earth-shattering experience which made me see the world differently. But now this is how I see the world.
Quite.
Right.
Yes, yes. Which will in time revert back to the old way of seeing the world.
Presumably. Mhm.
So when this center is completely emptied out, it's gone.
Yes.
Consciousness is left with something of a void. Because consciousness's knowledge was previously constructed around the center.
I see. Naturally.
But now the knowledge that has been constructed around the center is no longer relevant to the new empty center. The center of consciousness that consciousness says, I don't know what it is. It's a mystery to me.
It's a void. Yeah.
I know what it is. I know that it is. And I know what it is insofar as I don't know what it is. But the nature of this void is deeply mysterious.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I can look through it, but I can't look at it.
The relationship to this void must change consciousness's relationship to the sensible world.
Mm-hmm.
Because this void indicates the absence of a center based in distinction.
Mm-hmm.
So consciousness no longer experiences itself fundamentally in distinction from the sensible world.
Yes.
But what we've been exploring in the last couple hours,
Worlds.
is that consciousness has relationship not only to the sensible world,
Mm-hmm.
but into this world of love, compassion, truth, beauty, meaning, significance,
Right.
goodness. Consciousness has relationship to all of that, which is not limited by space and time,
Mm-hmm.
and therefore not sensible in nature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the essential characteristics of those relationships isn't that they're sensible.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Although they might be sensible, like post.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They might inform sensible experience.
Right.
Deepen sensible experience. Provide richness to sensible experience.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, very reasonable to follow from this, operating speculatively for a moment, that consciousness has the capacity to experience itself without distinction, not only in relationship to the sensible world, but in relationship to the non-sensible world. That which is experienced as love, truth, goodness, beauty, meaning, significance.
Could you clarify what you've just said? That it's possible for consciousness to
Faced with this empty void,
mm-hmm.
consciousness must examine, inquire into, investigate the nature of this void. This process can either be done consciously, which means in time,
I see. Mm-hmm.
consciousness moving deeper into its own empty center
I see.
by maintaining conscious focus on it.
Right. And
Therefore,
it must, because it's at its own center. Mm-hmm.
becoming increasingly conscious of its own center,
Mm-hmm.
accumulating knowledge of the center as that center becomes relevant to the established knowledge structure, recontextualizing the established knowledge structure, moving deeper and deeper into that center until there is a revelation of the nature of that center, which recontextualizes the whole old body of knowledge, right? Necessary for complete transformation. Is that the whole of consciousness must be integrated around the nature of this empty, unlocalized center.
Mm.
Now we're asking, what is the nature of what is revealed? That process of discovery can either take place in time consciously,
Mm.
or that process of discovery can take place immediately through insight.
I see.
Insight, which is not a product of memory.
Right.
Insight, which doesn't operate through comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Insight, which is not the accumulation of knowledge. Insight, which is not a process in time.
Mm-hmm. Insight, which is not knowledge of insight.
Mm-hmm. But rather, consciousness looks into its empty center, says, I am unable to learn about the nature of this empty center because learning is limited to the field of knowledge. But the ultimate nature of this is beyond my current capacity for knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So, consciousness observes what this thing is, says, I don't know what this is. I have no way of investigating into it fully.
Mm-hmm.
But with that knowledge of its own incapacity, demand to find out, application of the total capacity of the human being, observation without purpose, without motive, which all presumes a particular direction,
Right.
determined in terms of knowledge,
Right.
right? But if there is observation so completely, from that observation, there's perception of the nature of this empty center,
Mm-hmm.
and with that, insight. And we were saying that which will be revealed as the new ground of consciousness's being
Mm-hmm.
will be consciousness's experience of itself, its own being, its own life, its own existence, no longer in distinction, but united with that ultimate mystery of existence
Mm-hmm.
that is experienced as beauty, truth, goodness, meaning, significance.
I see.
So consciousness is restructured around a new, empty, unlocalized,
Mysterious.
sacred center,
Mm-hmm.
which is a completely different way of operating.
I see. Unless my life was like this before.
Simply born into this condition. Supposedly it has taken place. But a question for another time, perhaps.
Pardon?
It has been said that there has been such a birth into unitive condition
Oh, I see.
by the very nature of the thing that was born.
This has been said.
Mhm.
I see. But perhaps a question for another time.
Mhm.
Further?
This sacred center is undisturbed by the peripheral content of consciousness.
Hmm.
It doesn't touch it. If the peripheral content is so intense that it touches this empty center, it comes to an end.
I see. The peripheral content.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Because that peripheral content was accumulated with reference to distinction.
Right.
But when that content encounters unitive center, there's no distinction.
Mhm.
So it comes to an end.
Right.
So that sacred center is experienced as peaceful.
Mm. It's the center that brings my conflicts to an end, even.
Mm-hmm. But if I depend on that empty center to end my conflict, ending of conflict takes time,
Mhm.
and also only in relationship to content that is of sufficient intensity to reach the center.
I see. I see. It's possible that the low intensity things are just hanging out in the periphery.
Affecting other peripheral content.
Sure.
So depending on even my own sacred center for peace is a denial of love, a denial of intelligence,
Mm.
a denial of goodness.
Mhm. Insufficient.
Because in that empty center, I experience myself in united relationship to the ultimate mystery of existence. That empty center is experienced as joy. Because in that there is relationship across time, across space. How are we doing for time?
I'm not sure. What time is it?
I think we've been going for a little bit less than an hour.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should stop there.
I see. So we found consciousness has united itself to its mysterious center.
Not that consciousness has united itself.
Oh, I see. Well, hence the revealing, right? Rather than like a self-discovery. Right.
Either the agency that is operating is insight, which is not a conscious process.
Sure.
Consciousness means time.
Sure.
Insight is not a process in time. Or the revelation is the product of some apparently mysterious agency that reveals to consciousness the nature of that empty center when consciousness has gone as far as it can.
Sure.
Consciousness pushes itself to its own limit, and then
in ending out of its own content.
Yeah.
Yes.
In moving deeper into its own center, in recontextualizing its established knowledge,
Sure.
learning about itself deeper and deeper as far as it can, and then when that process has reached its limit, it is terminated by an agency other than consciousness, which remains mysterious to consciousness. Living in such a unitive center, I learn to not only experience myself united to that ultimate mystery of existence, but as extension, united to other people.
I see.
And so with that sense of love, compassion.
I see.
But again, same issue stands.
Right.
If I depend on that empty center for love, compassion, that love and compassion takes place only in relationship to that empty center, not in relationship to the peripheral content, which is where the problems lie. I hope this hasn't been overly technical.
Well,
if there are questions, we can field questions.
I think we've made sufficient steps to make ourselves available. But I don't think it's things that people can explore for themselves as well. So
yes,
they need not ask us, per se.
Thorough, careful, deep exploration here.
Right. Maybe worded in ways that aren't recognizable. That might be a good thing.
Yes, the language is simple, clear, precise, tentative, cautious, but for those reasons, peculiar.
Maybe not very relatable to colloquial speech. Yeah.
Going forward, I think we should go in very carefully to this peripheral content of consciousness.
I see. Whether or not there is a void in the center?
Relevant not only to the unitive condition, also to the egoic condition.
Right, because, well, that's where the problems come in.